Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Hi and welcome to a new episode of Stock Tip Daily Update with me, Untitled Chapter. Finally, we have some movements in the markets, and even though it's not up, it's still a movement, and I for one am very happy that we are out of this sideways range, and I'm hoping we're going to reach a bit lower, respectively at least 4,000 first. It's probable that we are going to reach 4,100. I hope for 4,000 for the next run, or until the end of the week. And who knows? Just maybe that eventually I may be right and we are going to reach 3,700. It might be possible that my initial premonition or analysis would turn out to be correct. But until then, I think there's still a long way to go. So I just want to see us reach 4,000 first. With 4,000, I am going to be able to close one of them and the options, or one of the option sets that I have, and then I can breathe easily, knowing that I've profited the maximum from this recession, or from this correction until now. So what do I think? It's the next target, so definitely 4,100. But hopefully 4,000 or 3,900, that would be even better. So that would be phenomenal, astronomical. But the move is still yet to happen. If you take a look at the weekly chart, we were here before, and then I said, oh, this is good, this is looking bad, this is looking really bad. But we ended up with a huge hammer, so who's to say we won't do the same this time around. It's just Monday, and at the end of Monday it looks very bearish, but this looked also bearish until Friday, and only Friday did it turn into a hammer. So we shall have to wait patiently and see. For the meantime, our target remains 4,000 now, and let's just hope for the best. The Qs also performed pretty much the same way, so in the Qs we can also hope for 3,310 here. I am not invested in the Qs, so I don't have to hope for anything there. And IVM, I think it's bound to test 188 again this week. If it's going to go another level lower, I don't know. I still don't know, but it's possible. It's possible we are going to reach 180 with the next move down, respectively the 200 weekly average, and that would be a pretty big of a correction. In the past, though, we've pretty much always went further down below the 200 moving average, so that's who's to say we aren't going to test this level again, respectively this gap attack here. So who's to say we aren't going to do that, and we aren't going to touch 168, 165. I guess we shall have to wait and see. Also, the German markets performed horribly today, with a further 3 or 4% fall, and if you take a look at it, the last 2 weeks or so since the beginning of the war, the markets are down 22-23%, so it's a catastrophe, I would say. And since the beginning, so since January, we are down a whopping 26%. So it's a huge correction also in the German markets. You see here we are way below the 200 moving average, so it doesn't mean really anything in some cases. and I'm curious how far are the markets going to fall before they turn before they bounce again, given that the situation in Ukraine hasn't improved at all, and the markets, respectively, oil and I think grain is going to be scarcer for the next, and also fertilizer and everything that you could wish for. It's going to be more expensive the next few months. I don't know if the German markets are going to stop here, and I think eventually this will be a global problem, and they could turn the whole markets. They could drive the whole markets way lower than we initially expected. But as with every analysis, there's always at the other side of the tail, and we had this tale here with COVID. Even though COVID was still among us, and we were just 1 month into COVID, the markets recover. So who's to say something like this isn't going to happen again? The only thing to do is to wait and see how the markets develop, and hopefully to rake in your profits. Well, we can go further with our analysis. So euro to US dollar, the euro continues to get hit here by the current or by the ongoing war here in Ukraine. So the euro gets terminated actually, and we had another negative day, not that negative, but still another negative day, and we are sailing, or we are moving along this this support line here, and possibly are going to hit 1.07 soon. By the looks of it, it is very vertical, so a bounce is to be expected, but like I said, the situation in Europe isn't going to improve anytime soon. Then oil continues to move up, and it managed 33%, I think. Here, this one, Venezuela has managed 26%, but overall oil, since this move here, since the beginning of this move, has managed 31% or 30%, so huge move, and in only 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks. So unbelievable what for opportunities here during this crisis, and some of them I've taken, but I wasn't smart enough to take oil as well. The one which I took was gold, and this one I took really nice. The moment since its breakout here, I think gold is standing on 8% plus, and we still have a nice healthy distance to go to 195 or so. So we still have at least 5% more to go, hopefully, but I really hope we are going to keep moving up. So I hope we are going to repeat this wild move we had here. So approximately this one. So I hope we are going to reach 260 anytime soon. So that's a hope, at least. Silver is also like most precious metals, perhaps, is also moving up, not at the same pace, but still moving up. And from the whole sectors, I think there are just 3 of them. I've given you them on the website stock-tip.com, so industry and sector of the weeks. You can find them on the website. Don't forget to check them out. The main sectors are, of course, energy, transport. These are the main sectors, and I've scanned for some nice titles out of this range. But I also found another one, respectively solar. Solar had a nice development here. Sorry, it's pretty late here. So in the solar sector, we had a breakout, a pullback, and now a new breakout with enough volume here. But I'm curious if this manages to hold. As you can see, I had to close my short in Amazon here somewhere because of a liquidity problem I had. I regretted it, but I had no other choice. And today, Amazon lost another 5.6%, which would have made for me another $200. So. Nice altogether, 1% portfolio. So I was pretty right here to go short. I think I went short. I can't remember exactly where, here or somewhere I went short. I think here. So it was the right move to do, and I'm very proud of it. I still managed to close with a lot of profit here, but overall, I'm proud of my analysis here and proud of the developments in Amazon. How far is Amazon going to fall? Well, historically seen, Amazon hasn't breached the 200 weekly average since the Great Recession in 2009, and we're coming fast for the 200 weekly average here. So I won't be surprised if we test it. But then I don't know if you're going to keep falling. So up until now, Amazon has fallen 27%. And if we reach the moving average here, the 200 moving average in the weekly, we will be at 31%. And Amazon actually had some great quarter earnings behind it. So I think this is only a small overreaction here to the overall market conditions. So sooner than later, you will have to tell yourself what's going on here, and is this not a bargain? And I think more and more investors are going to say that, and they are going to start buying sooner than later. So if you think about it, a company like Amazon, whose profits were always going up, is now standing on almost minus 30% loss in the last couple of 2 months, and that would mean some real buyer interest. There is also another title that's very interesting for the same reason. That would be Facebook. I know that results here, the quarterly results weren't that good, but still this company is raking in billions every quarter. So I still think this is an overkill here, with Facebook losing 50% 50% from its high in September up until now, respectively. I will take it in account. So respectively 45% since the beginning of this correction up until now. So 50% discount, and it's on my top setup list, because you see here, going forward this week, I think we might just touch this major support line, and if you bounce out of it, I'm definitely going to go long on it. So if you take into account this huge fall from its all-time high in September up until up until the resistance point here, or support point here, we will have lost 56%. So a huge discount. If you see something like that, like this on the shelves of a supermarket, you're going all in on it. And I think I will try my luck with Facebook when it reaches this point here, and hopefully just after it turns around. Another interesting title for you would be PayPal. So PayPal, same story, but feel drastical, much more drastical here. So since September, it has lost 68% of its, or almost 70% of its value here, and since its all-time high here in July, yes, I think I'm right there, 70%. So 70% discount on PayPal. I don't know. So it's hard not to take interest in these stocks right here. The only thing that I find disturbing here is that I don't have such a clear resistance point like I do in Facebook, but I think this will have to do, this major pivot here. I think I will take it for a resistance line, and if we go near it, then I think I will go long on PayPal. Just look at it. Just look how big the distance to the 20 moving average here in the weekly is, and just look how big the difference to the distance to the 50 moving averages in the daily chart. So perhaps also this week I'm going to try my luck with it also, and at least hope for a bounce to the 20, if not to the 50 moving average here. So PayPal is also on my watch list for the same reason. So these are all blue chips. These are all blue chips that are dangerously oversold, and I think some buyer interest is about to kick in as soon as we reach these support levels here. So these are two of the main setups or titles moving further. Now back to my portfolio. DVAC got close today. I didn't want to hold on to it below this point here, and it's good that I didn't do so, because it fell 14.5% today. So it was a nice stop. It got stopped, but it was a nice, very nice stop there. So DVAC is gone from my portfolio. Gold remains. I don't intend on taking any action on gold anytime soon. The new addition was SHIB today at 125 with a stop window below this candle here, below today's candle. So this was also a huge consolidation here coming forward. Also the weekly chart is also very, very nice here with a nice breakout. So the upside is huge, as you can see. The first target would be somewhere here, 1.6 with a small risk, and the second target then 2.4. I don't know how high this stock can go, but I went for it. This is one of the major sectors this time around, shipping and ports, and I think I had to get my hands on this. This is a defensive sector at the moment, and also something that where the prices went up, and I had to take it. Also of interest for me was Sunworks today, from the solar sector, which I've mentioned. You see here a trend reversal here, a breakout, a pullback, and a new breakout with huge volume. That means some major investor is there. And this is also somewhere I bought, where I wanted to buy in. So I didn't see it at the right time, but I still managed to see it nonetheless. So the entry was somewhere here, and with a stop here. Then I enlarged my position here. Is where I've enlarged my position. So now I have a stop here at 281 or 82, and another stop here, 297. I've opened a pretty huge position here. I don't know. I was thinking it's a bit of a gamble, but if it pays out, then my risk would be still pretty minimal in comparison. So this would be my risk, and it will still be pretty minimal in comparison to the upside here, from here to here. And just have to wait and see which way it will go. But the main event tonight or today was the SPY, which after close also reached. These are the regular hours, but after close also reached 418.3. So I see it went a little further, 416. So if it does perform the same way tomorrow and on Wednesday again, then I hope we will manage to reach our first target here, 400. That's a bit of a hopeful thinking. Now back to our video here. I've been promising you some new scans, and these are them. Just take a look at them. The flag items. So there are many flagged items here. I think more than you can count, and they are all new setups, very nice setups, and all new scans that I've added on the website on StockTip. Be sure to check it out. For some of them you'll have to subscribe. Some of them I've given you for free, and I will do a new video with a couple of free setups for you shortly, perhaps still today, and publish it by tomorrow. But I would like you to pay attention to the fact that at the moment, at least, we are still in a bear market, and any breakouts going forward are pretty much a risk, a chance you're taking, and it's not something I would recommend. For the time being, I would recommend you keep a huge, a major cash position and wait for the markets to turn, because as I've said, there are some interesting developments going forward. One of them is Facebook, one of them is Amazon, and one of them is still PayPal. So there are many such blue chips to be had for a huge discount. So perhaps it's not the best of times to go looking for swing trading right now. Okay, then let's take a look at some of the setups right now in the third part of our video.